Hey everyone, it is Scruffy. How you doing? I wanted to explain this Nesco a little bit for those who are thinking about getting an electric canner. I've had this one since 2022. I think I bought it in the fall, sometime September, something like that. But anyways, I wanted to get a canner, and come to find out, because my stovetop is not very big. I live in a small apartment with one of those apartment stoves. It's got 4 burners, but it's not a big conventional oven. So the stovetop would not accommodate for a big canner, like a Presto or whatever. So the only option I have is getting a electric canner, and I chose Nesco. I did a lot of research on it, and I watched several videos from people, especially Rose Red Homestead. She did an extensive study, a really awesome study on the Nesco canner. So I decided, yep, that's the canner for me. And I just have it on the counter. I put it away when it's not in use. And this thing is more than just a canner. Believe me, it does a whole bunch of stuff. As you can see, this is the dial that you push the buttons what you want. It has the water bath, so you have that option, the function to water bathe fruits. Then you've got also steam. You can use it as a steamer. You can use it as a slow cooker, like a crock pot. You have the pressure cook. You can do ribs or whatever. You also can brown foods like meat. You can brown it. And then, of course, the canning option, which is a pressure canning, which uses a gauge, weight type of thing. What's neat about this is that you choose what you want to do. Let's say you want to do some canning, and you push the high, and then you push how much time you want. For pints, it's 75. For meat and quarts, it's 90. Okay, 90 minutes. And then you push start, and boy, that's all you need to do. You keep an eye on it once in a while, like you would any kind of appliance. You just can't leave for work for the day, let's say. But you can walk away from it, go watch TV, check on it now and then. But it's awesome. It's safe. It's been tested. Nesco is a reliable company. They've been around for 90 years. So, anyways, let's look what's inside. And inside, I put the gauges in here. Now, if you live in an area where you are 1,000 or less feet under below sea level, you will be using the black one. If you are above 1,000 feet above sea level, like me, you use the green one. And you can just look it online, put in your town that you live in, and I think Wikipedia on the right-hand side will give you information on your sea level, so you can check that out. And then in here, you've got 2 racks. This rack you put inside first, and that's what you put your jars onto. So you put it in there and put your jars in there. Then if you're stacking some jars, which would be you could put 16 4-ounce jelly jars. And if you do that, then you put some jars there, line them all up, and then put the rest on top of this. Or if you're steaming something, you put water up to the first rack, and then you, I believe it's, you put this also in there. I haven't tried it, so I'm not sure, but it does explain it in its manual. Then this lid, you can remove the lid if you want, and here is the ring. It's like a plastic rubberish ring that goes all the way around, and after use, even when you're canning, you remove this and just wash it with some sudsy water, and when it's dry, just put it back. And then when you're canning, got all your, let's say you have all your cans in there ready to go, you put the water in there, which is about 8 cups water, and then you twist it and it locks. You can't get it up without twisting it back. Now the gauge thing right here, it's very simple. You're going to have what it says, that's real shiny there, exhaust and airtight. And when you can, you put that on there and you swivel it around where it says airtight. It's right here by the arrow. There's a little arrow here. And airtight. You leave it on airtight the whole time. Do not put it on exhaust at any time until you have, the process has been completed and you have let this cool down entirely for a good hour and a half. They say an hour in the manual, but no, it's longer than that. It takes about an hour and a half to really cool down. And even then, you want to open it slowly. And I take a wooden spoon and I just lift it very slowly here. There's going to be hot steam come out of there, and I'm just going to slide in a wooden spoon and let it come out for about 15 minutes. And so anywho, this machine is just gorgeous. This appliance is absolutely awesome. It's not extremely expensive. I think I paid $250. You can get it through Walmart, and you can get it through Amazon and other places too. So don't be fooled by companies you don't know, because there's some con people out there selling these things for, you know, they'll say, oh, it's for sale for $87 or $120. That's not right. So you get the proper places to buy it. Fleet Farm, Menards, Amazon, Walmart, you know, the names that you recognize, that's who you should buy from. Now, I've used this thing for, I don't see, I probably used it 8-9 times, I guess, and I've only used it for pressure canning. I haven't even done water bathing in there, but just the pressure canning. And the latest one that I did was beef stew, which was a different combination. That was from a video that I did prior to what I'm doing right now. But the very first canning I did in this, I made a mistake. And it caused every single pint that I was doing in there to siphon really bad. It was my own fault. I didn't know what I was doing, you know. But now that I've got the hang of it, I know what I'm doing and following the directions completely. I have made potatoes and the stew, the beef stew, carrots, chicken breast, green beans, and chicken soup. So it's I've got 5 pints of each of these, and they're all doing really well. This the potatoes was I think it was the second thing I did, and it's doing well. So all these are doing very good. And then something else I'm going to be trying pretty soon. I'm going to test it out. Oh, and I want to mention the best they recommend, because I talked to the lady on Nesco, they recommend the wide mouth. They do not recommend the regular mouth, but they recommend the wide mouth. You get a better results, and so I went with that, and sure enough, it's better. I used these two. It was fine. It did okay, but the wide mouth does much better. Let's see. I wanted to mention too about the ring in here. If this ring is worn or damaged, you have to replace it, because this is what seals it really good. That's what seals the thing. So you want to keep an eye on that too. But I want to do a video on these things. I'm going to test them out, because I can't find anywhere where anybody has tested these out for canning. These are the ball nesting jars, and they are easily stackable, so you can put them in the cupboard for room, I guess. So that's why they came up with this nesting jars. So I'm gonna try those. I only have 4. My daughter got them for me for a present, and I've never tried them before, and I can't find anybody online that has tested them out in a pressure canner. So I'm gonna test them out. I think I might make some lentil soup or lentil stew, something like that. So I'm going to test these out and see how they do in the Nesco Smart Canner. Anyways, I wanted to give you a little bit of a review. So far, I have enjoyed the Nesco. I do have to use the other functions, though. I want to try out the slow cooker for sure. So I heard somebody say that the slow cooker is more like a high setting on a slow cooker or a crock pot. It's not low. So you might want to be aware of that, but it cooks a little higher than the low on a crock pot. And steam, I would love to try some steamed vegetables in here, see how that goes. And of course, in the summertime, I would like to try the water bathing fresh fruit. We do have local farmers around here that have a lot of fruit in the summer and in the early fall. So I'd like to try that out. Anyways, I hope that helps. I've enjoyed it. It's economical and right for me. I don't want to have to keep running into the kitchen and checking, one of those little gauges on the canners, the other type of canners. That would drive me nuts, trying to turn up the heat, turn down the heat, turn up the heat. This does it all itself. It's all doing it by itself. So anyways, that's just me, and I hope this helps. Thanks.